can confirm I've watched Superman, and here is my non-spoiler review. It introduces us into a world of already established heroes and is filled with fun science fiction tropes and comic book action. The film follows Superman after he stops a war where he was acting on his own behalf. After a bit of convincing from Lex Luthor, the people of Metropolis and the government aren't sure of his actions or intentions on their planet. But regardless, it's up to Superman, the Daily Planet and the Justice Gang to reveal the truth behind Luthor's lie. The story itself is really solid, and though it was written years ago, it's more relevant than ever, giving us a real sense of what it would be like if Superman were truly real at this moment in time. Belonging, media, perception and hope are the big themes in this film, though there are some moments where the tone is drastically different, which isn't off-putting, but it is noticeable. The visual effects are excellent. Those moments that people have been complaining about in the footage that we have seen has been touched up. You can really see how James Gunn has used Top Gun as the inspiration for the flight scenes. They're incredible. The same can be said for the action and fight sequences. They are literally ripped straight out of a comic book, and it was amazing to see Superman throw in some trick shots that we've never really seen in live action before. The practical effects were incredible too. Those Superman robots and the fortress, they really were made for the film, and it really stands out. The score, which is by John Murphy, really pulls on the emotions of the film too. This one is mostly score-led, which is unusual for James Gunn, but it really pays off. You've all heard the main piece. It incorporates John Williams' original themes with an electrifying upgrade. Every time I heard it in the film, it either brought a tear to my eye or gave me goosebumps. It was just incredible. Cast-wise, Corin Sweat is perfect as Superman. This is the Superman straight out of the comics. Cheesy one-liners, saving animals, offering second chances, it's all there. And my favourite thing was seeing Superman with children and how it showed what Superman meant to them, and that really made me emotional. There isn't as much Clark Kent as I thought there would be, but the moments that we did get I really loved. Krypto was admittedly my favourite. He was adorable. The CGI looked unbelievable. He looks so realistic, but this portrayal will really make you think that a dog can fly. He was hilarious, sometimes a little troublesome, but adorable, and the best boy. But I will say there is one moment in particular featuring Krypto that I didn't necessarily agree with. Now, we know there are a lot of characters introduced in this film, but it is done expertly. They all play a supporting role and aren't just sprinkled in for the sake of it. In terms of the Daily Planet crew, they were all perfect, although I will say that I wasn't actually a big fan of Jimmy Olsen. That isn't a dig at Skylar Gisondo. He played the role extremely well, but it was more how he was written. He didn't feel like the Jimmy Olsen I know and love from the comics, and sometimes I felt myself a little bit disappointed in his actions and reactions. With that said, everyone did nail their respective roles, particularly Lois and Lex. Lois felt every bit as feisty as you'd expect her to be, and Rachel captures her personality perfectly, giving young women a really worthy role model. Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor is perfect. He is cold, calculated, and absolutely 10 steps ahead of everything and everyone. This Lex will quite literally stop at nothing to get what he wants, and Nicholas Hoult brought that to life expertly. This is one of the scariest and most lethal Lexes we've ever come across, proving himself to be a genuine threat against Superman. Though there is one questionable part to his character, and that's how he reacts towards women. And the Justice Gang, we didn't really see them as much as I thought we would, but it does leave getting to know them a little bit more open for future projects. A big standout for me was Mr. Terrific. It seemed a lot of people underestimated his capabilities with him being the smart one, and he proves himself in every way possible. I can't wait to see more of him. The same goes for Metamorpho. He was simply fantastic in the role, and I really loved how he showed his trailer thought when it came to creating the elements that he did. Superman is filled to the brim with Easter eggs, references to other DC characters and lore, and there are several surprises and cameos. I'm not going to spoil what they are, but some of the Easter eggs really show the level of depth and detail that James Gunn has gone to into making this film a part of the DC universe. Superman is the summer blockbuster that the world needs right now. Superman is the summer blockbuster that the world needs right now, and James Gunn has brought a new era of Superman to life, and it is everything a comic book fan of any age could possibly want. Watching this film is like opening up a comic book, and it's an excellent introduction to the DC universe, with all the right messages leaving viewers wanting more. If this is what James Gunn's DC universe looks like, then you can count me all the way in. Superman hits cinemas on the 11th of July, and be sure to stay seated because there is both a mid-credit and post-credit scene.